Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I'm the Battle Room, and today I'm not joined by Raghav, but I am joined by Lexicon VGC. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm basically just the Raghav upgrade.
The Raghav upgrade, indeed. So this time, obviously, you did really, really well in the Global Challenge. So I wanted to talk about your team because I think it's pretty sick. It's got some weird shit on here. We got a Heatran, we've got the Sinestcha and Iron Valiant, and you did really well. You got, what was it? Did you get top 8 ultimately?
10th is just what I've been calling it. The standings have not yet been completely updated on whether or not whatever amount of championship points I'm getting. I don't know. It'll be a difference of 10, you know. So yeah. I'm not sweating it regardless. 10th place overall, pretty solid finish.
It's a great finish, honestly. It's like a fuck ton of CP. So yeah, let's talk about your teams. All right, so we got Calyrex. It's very different than the normal Calyrexes we're accustomed to. We've got a Assault Vest Calyrex here. So how did you come to the conclusion that you wanted to run this saucy set?
Yeah, Calyrex was the starting point because, you know, most Regulation G teams are going to start with the restricted, and I knew that Calyrex is what I know how to play. It's the one that I enjoy playing the most, but in open team sheets, people typically just use the Clear Amulet set and call it a day. I used Never Melt Ice at Worlds, and I'm not afraid to experiment with the item a little bit, especially when most people are going to assume it's Clear Amulet in closed team sheet. And Assault Vest allows Calyrex-Ice to run some really clutch coverage moves like Crunch and Seed Bomb. Crunch especially won me at least a couple of games on turn 1 when the Shadow Rider didn't feel any need to Terra and just got crunched for 100%. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think that is the best part about like Assault Vest, right? Is that you do get the weird coverage without being like as punished, right? Because if you're running the normal set, you're probably dropping Protect or Trick Room, both of which sucked.
Yep.
Because I did play against a couple, because I used Ditto, and I would copy them, and I saw them run some weird shit. Like, there was Terra Blast I played against, and Throat Chop. So, like, it's the same thing, but you're, like, less punished, and you've got a more, you know, a different item. We also saw a lot of this at Japan Nats as well, like, because they were closed team sheet. So, obviously, picking up from there. But yeah, I thought Assault Vest, obviously, really cool. And, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to talk about on Calyrex. You just catch people off guard with the weird coverage, right?
Yeah, one thing that I think is especially good about Calyrex and closed team sheet with these surprise moves is that they're not going to click follow me in closed team sheet on these moves because Calyrex is so known for clicking Glacial Lance, a spread move, and so clicking follow me on Glacial Lance would just be silly. So you just get to get away with, you know, Okos here left and right because people don't expect these moves to be coming, like Crunch or Seed Bomb into a Kyogre.
All right, and obviously the next partner, probably one of the more important ones as well, is Indeedee.
Let's jump over to Annihilape because this is the start of the team, and so yeah, Annihilape was probably my actual MVP star of the show, the second Pokemon on the team. This came from a Japanese team that Mont showed me, and it had exactly these 4 moves. It might have been Terra Normal. I didn't Terra my ape once, and if it was Terra Normal, I wouldn't have Terra it anyway. It was mostly the fact that it's max speed, max attack, and it's bluffing some things. First off, a lot of people thought it was Scarf. They would just Moonblast me on site with their Fluttermanes, and just to reduce the damage of the final gambit, only for me to go for like a coaching and follow up with an attack later, or, you know, whatever other moves that I had on the set. And then that was the thing with this Annihilape, is that there were times where I would trick people 2 or 3 times in the battle. Sometimes starting off with a coaching, and then they start to ignore it, and then it hits something with a close combat, and they're like, what the heck just happened to me? I got hit by an attack, I thought this was Choice Scarf. Then they'll bring in their, like, you know, Volcarona, like, I'm going to just Will-O-Wisp this Calyrex, let's just, like, you know, slow it down, and I taunt them, and you gotta imagine that's to the time where you break your Switch in half, because it just keeps tricking you over and over and over again. Annihilape also helps scare off the Incineroars Intimidates with the Defiant, and does solid damage to them too with close combat. The coverage, Rage Fist and close combat are also just really strong coverage to have in the GC. I crunched a couple of Shadow Riders, but I also Rage Fisted a couple of Shadow Riders that didn't expect to be, you know, KO'd by an Annihilape that was slower than them. They were like, all right, well, Astral Barrage is just going to wipe it out. and then I would live on my sash. And yeah, I think that this guy put in a ton of work every single time I brought it, and I brought it to most games.
He's a closed sheet demon. I feel like there's no better Pokemon than Annihilape in a closed sheet. Like, he's just absolutely nuts. Like, you never, like, obviously your set's like completely valid, but then like if you ran like a Scarf set, it would also be valid. You know, you just never know what he's gonna do to you. So obviously a great mon, and obviously I watched you practice a lot with it, and yeah, you were leading this thing like almost every game, just setting up coachings or just dealing damage to set up Calyrex. It's a sick mon.
It is. After that, Indeedee and Sinistcha kind of came together, so we can talk about either of them. But the idea was that you put a bunch of boosts on this Calyrex. You know, Assault Vest plus Coaching gives you physical defense and special defense coverage, but it's not like Calyrex has infinite HP. They still can wear it down over time, and the rest of the team doesn't have much damage. You know, there's not a lot of Pokemon here that are going to be picking up the KOs.
Yeah, it's literally just Calyrex mostly, and that's why I said I hated this team, and why I adamantly I called it the pacifist run team, because you had only Calyrex.
You did.
Only Calyrex
go ahead.
And I guess Annihilape, right? Like, those are your big damage dealers.
Yes. As soon as I showed this team to Colin, he was just like, you know, you can't use this. Like, this team looks terrible. And so I did name it Colin Hates It, just to give it a quick name in the builder. But yeah, obviously Calyrex-Ice is going to do all of the work. The Assault Vest with the coverage does make it a bit of a one-man army. And so I wanted to have double redirection to keep it alive. Sinistcha is a bit of an underexplored Pokemon in Regulation G right now. I think some people might have used it towards the beginning of Regulation G, like for like a Terapagos team. There's some fun synergy there. But for the most part, this Pokemon's kind of fallen off. And so I thought that Sinistcha would be really good to do two things. One, the immediate healing from Hospitality does a bit more for the team than Amoonguss's Pollen Puff. I think that would be a little bit too slow. And the fact that this is a Rage Powder Pokemon, a redirector that learns Trick Room, Indeedee and Sinistcha, both redirectors that learn Trick Room, I wasn't going to rely on getting Trick Room up in most games because of this Assault Vest Calyrex, but it still is definitely handy if you get a couple of boosts off and you want to just put the speed control in your favor. I wasn't, you know, running the fastest restricted, so Trick Room is still pretty nice to have. And so yeah, both of these basically just redirectors that set Trick Room and also can heal it, because if you go over to the Indeedee, it also has Heal Pulse, which went amazing with the Coaching and Assault Vest.
Yeah, it just turns into like it really is like a one-man army where it's just like 3 supports, because some games I would watch you play, you would get a coaching off, Annihilape would go down, and then you'd have Indeedee and Sinistcha on the back, and it's just all about like keeping the horse alive as long as you can so you can kill every single Pokemon on the enemy team.
Yep, absolutely. And so that was probably the most common mode, was just Calyrex and Annihilape with both of the redirectors in the back. Iron Valiant was on the team since the beginning. It has some minor changes over the course of it, just one change really. But the idea of Iron Valiant was always that I wanted to have a second coaching option, but I never really wanted to lead Iron Valiant because I was using it with Disable, and I didn't have Encore to start. I had Disable and Wide Guard. But then I eventually realized, you know, oh man, I'm really missing Encore, but I don't want to get rid of Disable. And I thought, well, everyone's going to expect Wide Guard anyways. Let's just not run it. So I went with a Encore Disable set, and that did win me, I think, one game on its own, as well as many games just by virtue of having one or the other. But yeah, I did get into an endgame against a Thunderclap Raging Bolt and just Encored it into Thunderclap, disabled it, and then watched it struggle. It is really a devious set, and on top of that, every single time that Iron Valiant was on the field, they always covered for Wide Guard. They Psychicked it with their Shadow Riders, they high horsepowered it with their Ice Riders. They were never going for spread moves if Iron Valiant was on the board, and that made it so much easier to greed for extra coaching boosts or to Encore or disable a crucial attack. Yeah, and then one last thing is I do like Moonblast currently over Spirit Break because we're pretty bulky with our Assault Vest already, and Moonblast does very good damage to Scarf or Shifus, which it'll take them out in one hit if they don't defensively Terra. And
that's fair. They also probably aren't expecting Moonblast necessarily.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, and Encore Disable is like, I mean, it's good on like Pokemon like Screamtail, obviously, So like it's the same kind of thing where it's like if they don't properly end game prepare for an encore disable like check, you just lose. So it's a sick little like hidden version of it, right? Like they're not going to see it coming as much as they are. And like if you see Screamtail, you know what it's doing. That's like all that thing does. So
yes.
And now let's talk about the final Mon, the weirdest, like I feel like the centerpiece of the team. The Pokemon that is gonna obviously people are gonna look at first is Heatran.
That's what I was thinking. Some people were saying Sinistcha was the most surprising Mon on the team. I think it's I think it's Heatran. Like Heatran's, yes, it did get recent usage in San Antonio, and that is absolutely what inspired it. There was a small group of people. I think they managed to get some 8-3 finishes with a Heatran that was running exactly this set. Now I don't remember, or they never actually like posted their EV spread, so I just kind of made my own. But otherwise, everything is exactly the same. The idea behind this Heatran is it is the Zamazenta team killer. The Chi-Yus can't hit you with any fire moves. You are pretty good against the Flutter Mains by walling them out, and then you have Heavy Slam to one-shot them. Against the Zamazenta, you can Magma Storm them or Wisp them with Terra Bug. Against the Qianpao, one of the most annoying things about Qianpao is that it has that Focus Sash almost always. You can't take it out in one hit unless you've got, Urshifu or, I guess, like, Iron Crown with its Tachyon Cutter. Magma Storm, another good way to cheat around that Focus Sash. You can Magma Storm them for a bunch of damage all the way down to the Sash, and then the residual damage at the end of the turn will finish them off. I brought it to one game. I think I only played one Zamazenta in the tournament, and I did manage to beat that one. And then after that, I never played another Zamazenta, and I never brought it again.
I mean, fair. It like when you were building this team, we were talking about that last slot because you were just frustrated with Zam, and that was the only Pokemon that you were losing to. And you just slap this guy on, you get the instant dub in the GC, and then you got 10th. So we take those.
It was definitely like mission accomplished for the slot. I did think it was not really possible to say, wrap up one of the, top, 5 archetypes in the metagame in a single slot and just say, all right, I need one Pokemon to answer all of this. That just sounds like you've team built poorly. But for closed team sheet, best of one purposes, and, I know this Heatran was used in open team sheet, but I only needed to cheese them once, basically. Yeah. And that I did end up only playing one Zam. That was good enough. I didn't need it for any of the other games. So, yeah, I think that Heatran served me well despite only appearing in one battle.
Did you play any Koraidons? Because I feel like that's the other spot where Heatran does shine with the Terra Bug, is that it is good into Koraidon.
Yeah, it would probably be good into Koraidon, but my base game plan was not bad into Koraidon, I guess. And so when I played against, I honestly don't think I played many Koraidon, maybe one or two. But I was mostly able to just use my usual game plan. But I'm sure if I thought about it a bit harder, Heatran could contribute as well.
All right, well, that's the team. Let's play some games with it. Let's test this bad boy out where it was designed to be played on the best of one ladder. Here is the rental code so you can use it in game. This team is so much fun. I highly recommend using it. Also, make sure to go check out Alex on Tub Nation TV. He streams regularly. Go check out his Twitter if you want to get coached by this amazing player. And also, go check out his Twitter if you want to follow him for great, amazing content. And yeah, let's get in the games. All right, so we have an opponent here. We've got 4,000. Okay, this guy's not about to know what hit him. And we got Roaring. Oh, it's just the Justin Tang team.
All right, so in this one, I was usually leading with Calyrex and Annihilape to start out. And I think something a little bit different in this one was I think I was trying out Iron Valiant in the back just to be able to encore disable some things. And I think then it's going to be probably Indeedee as the last. Sinistcha is very solid in this matchup, but against other Ice Riders, it does just go down a little bit too quickly. And I also don't want to rely on Rage Powder when they have their Hearth Flame. So that part seems a little bit precarious. Regardless, this isn't going to be super trivial, but if they fall for enough of our tricks, we should be able to win.
I do feel like this team does, like, it is a nightmare in team preview, right? Like, you did create something that is so scary in team preview, and that's, like, the whole point of Best of One, right? Is to just make people, like, second guess everything. And Annihilape, Iron Valiant, Calyrex, they're all Pokemon that can run crazy shit.
Yeah, they're probably very confused as to why Heatran is the first Pokemon on the team, and, what is it going to be doing? All right, yeah, this is usually what they lead, and I've been greeting for the extra damage from Crunch. You also could just coaching Glacial Lance because it is Terra Flying. I've been using the Terra Water early, usually. I think in this case maybe we don't, because I don't want to be. I want to be able to 50-50 against the Ogerpon later. They're surely bringing the Ogerpon.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a coaching Glacial Lance to start. They might not set Tailwind because they are fearing Trick Room, and I think they also probably a big knock. It hurts. It hurts.
That was
all right. Maybe we can make
nice read from them. That was the thing I was fearing, but like you said, you don't want to blow your Terra super early just because you don't want that Ogerpon to just come in and know what button to press.
Yeah, the other thing that a lot of these teams worry about is Final Gambit from Scarf and Annihilape, and so I was expecting them crit, make it a little bit tough, but honestly we might still be able to survive some attacks if we Terra on the incoming Ogerpon, which is what I expect them to be doing.
Ogerpon has to come in here. If they have it, it's just coming in here. I guess you could send in Urshifu as well, maybe. Or Lando. I guess you really could send in anything. It's gonna be Lando. Okay.
Yeah, so Lando will definitely be able to take us out. They probably expect that Calyrex can't survive, or not survive. Sorry, they were probably expecting Annihilape can't change up its moves.
Right.
And so I'm thinking that we probably go for a Rage Fist into the opposing Calyrex. As for our Calyrex, it might just have to go. I mean, I'm hoping that it survives the Sandsear or something. But yeah, I think that we might be.
We did lose our Assault Vest. So this guy.
We lost our Assault Vest. Then let's switch out to Indeedee. Let's switch out to Indeedee and see if we can make something happen. Right. And just go for that Rage Fist.
Do you think Rage Fist picks up here? I guess it is max attack, right? It'll be +1.
Yeah.
Or a one hit, sorry. Not +1.
They could always miss all of their Sandsears as well.
That's true. That's always an option. I also don't think they should go for it. I think you just Earth Power the Calyrex. Like, why even risk missing, right?
For sure.
Okay.
They Terra on probably their Landorus, scared of a Glacial Lance still hitting it somehow.
That's... I guess... No, I have no idea why they did that.
I don't know why they did it. I'm just telling you my best explanation.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take this. This is a free Terra. As long as they don't Sandsear. We're faster than... Oh, that's right. They're like They're like really bulky, yeah. Ooh, that guy lived, though.
Good damage there.
He
did. They do go for the Sandsear.
He misses the 8.
Misses the Annihilape, which is funny because it's just going to main the Glacial Lance will get the boost.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Indeedee took way too much. Yeah. Alright, I think what we're going to have to do here is go into Valiant and try to finish off the...
Calyrex,
yeah,
right?
try to finish off the Calyrex here. As for Indeedee, I don't really know what it can do. I don't know if we're going to be able to close this one out, considering they have a whole other Pokemon in the back.
That is true.
But yeah, I think with Indeedee here, maybe it's just try to Psychic the opposing Valiant, or the opposing Landorus, and just Moonblast the Calyrex.
I mean, I
think we've been covered.
We could potentially have a disable angle, right? If they mess up or something.
Right.
There is an option depending on what they go for. They just go for Earth Power. Okay.
They play it safe.
Well, they're definitely going to Earth Power again. So easy disable. It depends what their last one is, though.
Right. Let's see.
It's definitely just
honestly, if it's Urshifu, there's a chance.
It's Amoonguss. Okay, we can't really get around them.
Okay, so they might fear the Wide Guard and go for Earth Power again.
I think they
would they really Rage Powder?
They definitely go for Wide Guard again. Should we just
Earth Power again?
Yeah, they're gonna Earth Power 100%. Should we Seed Bomb him? Or we just Glacial him?
I'm trying to think if the Amoonguss would redirect anything. I also don't think we one-shot the
Amoonguss.
Landorus. There's with a Seed Bomb.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's just Glacial Lance and disable the
and just pray.
the Landorus. Let's try it.
They protect.
Oh my god.
Holy
this could be good. This could be good.
They definitely Earth Powered. There's no way they can risk a Sandsear here. I guess they could Sludge Bomb. That would be the play. No, they're too fucking smart.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so if you want to try to make something happen, you can Terra Ghost Encore the Amoonguss. And if they Sludge Bomb again, we will resist Sludge Bomb.
Okay.
They could just go for Sandsear here.
They should also probably just Rage Powder here as an option.
Yes, that's also true.
But let's see. They could throw. They could try to Spore. They Rage Powder. Okay.
All right, I don't think we'll be able to beat the Rage Powder. Let's see. Maybe we can dodge some Sandsears, though. Let's disable Amoonguss on this next turn, because we shouldn't be dead yet.
They go for Sludge Bomb. Okay. Nice resist.
I did way too much. They could actually just win with 3 Sludge Bombs. Oh my gosh.
I mean, he's just going to hit.
Yeah, I think the lesson learned here is that I pretty much always Terra'd the Calyrex if it was targeted by a super effective move, and I got greedy in this one because when I played against this in the GC, they prioritized hitting my Annihilape, fearing like Final Gambit. Maybe they knew the team and that they didn't need to fear Final Gambit. It could be now that it's known that people aren't playing around that stuff, or maybe they just got us. Either way, next time we'll probably Terra.
It's true. I did think that they if we were just Final Gambit Ape, they were cooked. We just got a free KO. We get a double KO there, right? Like with Final Gambit plus Glacial Lance. So like they got us. They got us.
Absolutely.
Let's fuck this guy up. 627.
627.
We take those. Classic Miraidon shit here. Well, okay.
I
say that as there's not a Chiempao and an Entei there. They just replace the what is that normally? Giraffe and Urshifu. They said fuck those guys.
Yeah. So, against a lot of Miraidon teams, you could still go with the Annihilape on the lead, but they because they often think that they have to Tailwind turn 1. They think they have to Tailwind to stop the Final Gambit.
True.
But I've actually found a decent amount of success with Calyrex plus Indeedee in the lead, because you can set up Trick Room with the Psychic Seed. You're usually pretty difficult to kill. This version has Chiempao, and that is going to be a bit more annoying. We'll have to see what we're going to do about that. But I think let's just get Sinistra involved in the back and use Iron Valiant
to close it all out. I mean, do you bring Annihilape in the back a lot? You can, right?
I actually don't know if I've done it too much. That's fair. I'm something to think about if I've actually ever done it in the past. But it's a solid Pokemon just because of the Focus Sash. You know, Focus Sash is a really good item in any closed team sheet context because it just makes your Pokemon a good damage trader, always going to be able to get off one hit pretty much. And sometimes that's all you need to close out a game. That's why Chiempao is a really, really good late game Pokemon. They might use it early game here. Regardless, I'm probably expecting to see it.
I feel like Chiempao is always in the back. That's where he shines.
It's true. Because it's just so much faster than everything. It has good coverage.
And you do, like you said, you do kind of have to plan for that sash, and you have to be able to have a way around it. All right, they're just going to leave Miraidon Ogerpon Fire. This is lit.
So yeah, this doesn't seem too bad. They probably Volt Switch out to their Chiempao and go for a big Ivy Cudgel. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to...
follow me.
Just follow me. Usually in situations with Miraidon on lead, I will Heal Pulse my own Calyrex, because you can just shrug off the attack. And or go for a Trick Room. But I think the incoming damage is just a little too threatening. And so I think we'll just go for a Glacial Follow Me, and then after that, we can probably get our Valiant in if Indeedee does go down.
Yeah, because most of the time they are just going to Volt Switch Calyrex, right? Like, that's the one you click the target on. And worst case, if it does hit Indeedee, you don't care. So the Heal Pulse is it seems like a really gas play. Whoa, they are tearing here. Is it Ogerpon? No. What? That means
no, the Terra Fairy Gleam, I guess. But it doesn't scare me that much. We should shrug this off on both of our Pokemon, which means that we might be able to tank
Cudgel
2 with Indeedee. So we'll have to see.
They
just Draco.
For what? Okay, I'll take it. Life Orb. Oh shit.
Oh, Life Orb.
Okay, Ivy Cudgel.
Definitely not that cool. Yeah, this is pretty funny. So one thing that we do have going for us is if we go into Iron Valiant, we can either disable the Ivy Cudgel, or we could
just kill that guy.
Encore. I think it's probably actually, since we're so low, we can just KO it with Moonblast. So yeah, let's go to Val for sure. And it's time to start thinking a little bit ahead. Glacial Lance just hits everything so well that I don't know if I want to like try too hard, but I actually think I do want to try a little bit hard. I think I want to high horsepower this Miraidon. It does enough damage to KO it as is, and it will cover Iron Hands or Entei on the switch in. And then Moonblast will easily KO the Ogerpon.
And, like, if it is, at this point, you know it's not Whimsicott, right? I doubt Whimsicott is anything but in the lead. So I feel like this is just, if it's Qianpao too, it's just a free Sash Break too. Okay, this Spiky, I don't really care.
So yeah, the cool thing here is, like, they could switch and Fake Out to get rid of our Psychic Terrain. It's not something I'm really worried about, but I think something better than KOing the Ogerpon here would be to Encore it into Spiky Shield. What is that, leftovers?
That's leftovers. Okay.
High horsepower is like just close enough to getting a KO. I don't think they would go for Follow Me again. I guess maybe we should just Moonblast, because if they go for Follow Me, I want to be able to get the high horsepower off. So let's just Moonblast horsepower. It seems fine. They can't Terra. We're probably faster.
Are they going for like a heavy slam on a Valiant?
Yeah, I guess we could have considered Terra on Valiant, but now, since we got rid of the Ogerpon, Sinistcha becomes a lot more valuable because it is able to redirect anything that we need. High horsepower taking its sweet time there.
That's the leftovers.
Low.
What?
I guess it makes sense.
The Iron Defense leftovers. Yep.
Now, the funny thing here is that they are probably going to get a Quark Drive defense boost. I think we'll still be able to KO them.
We are faster too.
Really amusing.
Okay. Does Moonblast just pick up here?
I think it's worth a shot. I don't think it will because we're very low investment.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have anything else going on. I'm also like terrified that this thing is going to manage to live the Glacial Lance.
It got the defense
but
boost,
I think you go for it. It's Quark Drive defense boost plus 2 defense, but I think you just Glacial it and Moonblast that one, yeah. And just say that it's going to work out.
Okay.
Oh no, don't do that.
That's fine.
That's not going to save you. Does this actually hit it?
Oh my god. This one sucks. Okay.
Cancel.
I think we're fine now, though.
They'll take themselves out, and yeah, this should be a easy one to close out. That's true, we don't get our boost.
We can just Matcha too, I guess.
Yeah, potentially, if you want to go for a...
Depending on what the last guy is.
Defensive Terra, because if I'm expecting it to be either Entei or Qianpao. Probably not that Whimsicott.
Yeah, it's definitely what it's
probably Qianpao.
He's kind of healing, dude. I kind of don't think Glacial even comes close anymore. I'm thinking it's not. I think it's not gonna get the KO. Fuck, dude, this guy's scary. Which one do we Terra, though, is the question. Is it just the... Okay, it's Qianpao.
I think in this context, because I don't expect them to be immune to Rage Powder by any means, I think it's a horsepower into this Iron Hands. Like, well, we do have the Sword of Ruin now, but I still want to just, like, horsepower it. I think we horsepower it. And we can Terra the Sinistcha in this context, go for Rage Powder, just to make it so that we live 2 attacks from Qianpao.
Are you sure it's not just Matcha, though?
I don't want to take a Throat Chop. I don't know what their attacks are. I mean, we will survive a Throat Chop. If you want a Matcha,
I feel like if it's a Throat Chop, I'm so down. I'd be more afraid of a flinch at this point. I just really don't want this Hands to have a shot to, like... like, I don't know if we miss high horsepower. I feel like this way we can, like, at least try with the Gotcha first.
Yeah. And it'll do good damage against the Qianpao, break its Sash, potentially.
There's
that big crunch. Oh, but they go into the wrong target.
Crunch is crazy. Okay. And
all right.
Gotcha.
Are we getting any burns today? No misses, so we're hitting both.
He lives. Does the
we're
burn...
going full with this, right? Come on.
Does the burn... Oh! Okay, burn is after the healing. I see. It's in between the healing. Holy fuck.
Yes. No, both healings are separate.
All right, we hit Iron Horsepower.
Horsepower.
Oh my god, he's gone. The +2 defense and the crit, just the flex on his stupid Iron Defense Iron Hands.
That's so funny.
This guy's cooked. He's done.
Iron defense, hands. Yeah, just close it out with a glacial.
Good old glacial.
Because if we get to go first, we can take the KO with Sinistra. No,
that was canceled. Easy win, easy win. We take those. 803, please be Zamazenta, please. Yes! Yes!
Oh,
holy fuck! Yes, it's Heatran time. Alright, so how do we use this thing?
Yeah, so, okay, usually I lead with Annihilape and Heatran. Annihilape is there just kind of like to take the focus off Heatran, and also to put out some solid damage into Zamazenta in close combat.
Okay.
The main Pokemon to be scared of is their Ogerpon Heartflame, because we are Terra Bug on Heatran, and we're gonna probably have to use Terra on it.
Yeah.
They can still hit us for big damage there. I don't really know what we can do to stop it, because usually I like to round out with Sinistra and Calyrex-Ice. Calyrex still pretty solid in the matchup, and Sinistra really good for keeping Pokemon healthy, like our Heatran, because it doesn't have leftovers or anything to keep itself going infinitely. Yes, the stupid zoom lens. By the way, I missed a Magma Storm yesterday on stream. I was like, what is the point of zoom lens if I'm gonna miss? Let's just go with the usual mode here.
What is the accuracy of Magma Storm with the zoom lens?
91, maybe, I think.
We're going Teacup?
It's a 20% boost on 75. So yeah, I think we're doing Teacup as the last. Okay. Lock it in, lock it in. Let's see, Heatran can do it.
Heatran time. I think this is also, like, this one looks kind of scary. Like, usually they don't have Ogerpon Fire. They usually don't have Rillaboom either anymore. And Grimmsnarl's weird. But, I mean, Heatran probably can go the distance depending on what they lead. Zam Flutter? Alright, that's money. That's what we like to see.
So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I think what I want to do here... So, they do often expect a Final Gambit onto their Zama. They shouldn't, like, if they want to, they can just stop that possibility by going for Moonblast into us.
Right.
And so I think I want to try Rage Fist into the opposing Flutter, and let's just go for a Terra Wisp. They don't usually Terra on. Hold on. I'm changing my normal flow, because not once has the Heatran Terra'd in front of my or not once has the Zamazenta Terra'd in front of my Heatran. So I want to go for a Magma Storm. I want to hit him with the big damage right away.
Fuck yeah, let's see it, Heatran. Let's see it, buddy. And they Terra turn 1.
they finally Terra. Cool.
Is it on the Zam too? Yep, it is.
Terra Grass.
Ghost.
Actually, that's still pretty good.
Oh, to block the Final Gambit. Oh my god, that's crazy. Annihilape is just a mind control Pokemon, dude. He's absolutely fucking crazy. He makes people play like a freak. I used him. I actually got 5th in the last GC. And I just used like a regular beat up ape, and half the time they just freaked out against my ape. They do the craziest shit. I'd be like, what are they doing?
I love it.
He's so fun in closed sheets. Okay, they Shadow Ball.
Shadow.
Wait, what? Why Terra Ghost and Shadow Ball there?
Spit F drop.
Iron Defense.
We can still Wisp that thing. They probably don't have Wide Guard also, notably.
And we're gonna kill this Fluttermane, right? It's fucking out of here.
Yep, the Zam is faster than us. Notably.
True.
But they also are not trapped by the Magma Storm. They can switch out. They're a ghost type.
Nice, he hit. Thank God. Does it do a lot? No, it doesn't. Okay. no, it doesn't do a lot. It will start to pick up. Like it's not too bad. How many turns does it do damage for?
The Magma Storm? I actually don't know. Oh, Rillaboom coming in means I think that we're okay. I think we're fine because
we're chilling.
They would have brought in the Heartflame if they had it, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
They can fake out the Heatran if they want to. They could glide to the Annihilape. They could Heavy Slam if they have it. I think maybe this is actually just goes. I know that we're not healing with the Sinistra, but we can Rage Powder away any attacks from the Zam. Let's just go straight out to the Sinistra, and I think Protect on the incoming fake out. If they get off another Iron Defense, we'll be all right. Because again, we just talked about being able to redirect away the.
The teacup actually bodies him here. Like being able to just being a ghost type's lit.
It's got Helmet too. It's got Helmet as well. So if they do just like decide to actually make progress and Heavy Slam you, they are hurting themselves in return. So all right, we could have gotten away with an attack there, but that's fine. Did they go for like a Wood Hammer?
A drum beating.
Drum beating. Well, that's contact, so.
Enjoy the helmet, buddy.
Not really any damage.
The speed's
down.
No, dude. Do we set up Trick Room? Do we set up Trick Room here? Because we could.
I was gonna just play it safe and go for Wisp into the Heatran, or the other guy, and then Rage Powder.
Fuck it, sure. I'm down. This guy's slowly dying to this Magma Storm as well.
It is, and the Wisp is gonna add to it.
Yep. The residual damage kill, that's my favorite type. It just feels so satisfying.
We can't miss this Wisp either. This Wisp is 100% accurate.
It's 100% accurate? Oh my god. And he's taking... Look at him, he's getting cooked. Rocky helmet.
Helmet. It's death by 1,000 cuts.
Enjoy another helmet, dude. This is going so hard. The Heatran's so good.
This is so funny. This is exactly what it was added to do. Not necessarily the Iron Defense Body Press set, but I mean, I guess, yeah. Raging Bolt, really good Pokemon to see. Calyrex-Ice is going to clean up now that the Zamazenta has been dealt with. And yeah, we just click Glacial Lance twice, or just once actually, to KO Raging Bolt and Rillaboom after they are gone.
Yeah,
they could switch out.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the team that like had this originally was like a turtle team, right? Like to beat Zama. So it's kind of neat to bring it over to Ice Rider. It's just a funny tech.
Yep, it is. It is. I think let's just go for the double protect on the residual, in my opinion.
Sure.
Heavy Slam actually won't KO us. Never mind. Yeah, we could redirect. We can get away with a redirect.
Yeah. I was thinking like, and then like, what, Magma Storming this guy?
Let's Magma Storm the Zam. Let's just get rid of it now.
Yeah. They DC. They're done. They're fucking done. I don't even blame them, honestly. After that, I'd be like, fuck this stupid game.
Heatran makes opponent rage quit, dude. That's the title.
He really fucking did. Well, thank you for joining me, Alex. I really appreciate you breaking down the team. Talking about it. It's a sick team. And obviously you did really well with it. It's in the closed sheet format. So you guys should definitely check it out. Also, where can they find you if they want to see more of your content, Alex? Because you are a content creator, unlike Raghav.
That's true. That's true. I mean, just follow me on Twitter at LexiconVGC. You can also check out me on Twitch, which is linked over there, but it's Tub Nation TV. And lastly, I also do coaching, so if anybody's looking for coaching, feel free to hit me up. My coaching form is, again, on my Twitter. Other than that, this was a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time, because I'm sure I'll be back.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I'll link all that below so that it's easy to access, so that they can get coached by a legendary Heatran player like yourself. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.